Okay, welcome back to the Magic Hours with our daily vibe check. So the cards have already actually been drawn. And so the first card of the day is the Lovers. So there is a choice that needs to be made here with this card, but it also signals a time of love, of attraction, of mutual respect, basically all of the good things. But there does need to be a choice here with this Lovers card. And there actually might need to be a little bit of work too, because we have the mountain in the background. And typically with the tarot, when you have a mountain in the background, that signifies that there needs to be some work. In the traditional, in the earliest iterations of this card, there actually was no angel here. This can be a card of three-party situations, although for this particular reading today, I do not feel like that is the case. But in the traditional, there was a beautiful woman, and then there was a more plain woman, and then there was a man. And the card was about choosing between the man choosing, why am I saying man like that? What's wrong with me? Choosing between virtue and vice. That was the original imagery and meaning around this card. And so that's where we find ourselves today on August 14th, with this choice. And hopefully we choose the one that helps us to be actually what I called in the Instagram version of this, a super attractor. There may need to be with the Seven of Cups in reverse. This in the upright, this is a card of distraction. This is a card of being overwhelmed. This is a card of actually not being able to make a choice because there's so many choices to make, right? And so when it is in the reverse for the purposes of this card, there could be a little bit of clarity on the way. Hopefully the portals have helped you to be more clear and not less clear, right? And so your choices, the choices that you need to make may be becoming a little bit easier for you to see. And that will be really, really helpful because what we're also calling for here is to have some foresight. Right. And so we work with the jaguar. The jaguar is an animal that can help free you from the trappings of your underworld. So free you from your subconscious thoughts and beliefs that actually hold us back. And so and then the coca has to do with the actual coca plant, which was used by ancient people to help them with their stamina, to help them with their shamanic work. And so this really, again, is really about cutting off the distractions and the things that are getting in our way so that our foresight is clear, so that we see where we're going. And, it's kind of like using our third eye as our GPS to kind of forecast where we need to go. But if this is cloudy, if you've got all these things happening, you're not going to be able to use your foresight and you're going to be living in hindsight, right? So we want to get ahead of the game. And then we have cannabis here. And this is about detachment. So again, the message is super, super clear. This plant is associated with Neptune and also Saturn. I think I'm going to read, actually. I'm going to read cannabis. I might read both of them. Let's see. Cannabis' many uses fall mostly under Saturn and Neptune's rulership with a strong Piscean undertone. Since it is a musculoskeletal, relaxant, anti-inflammatory, and pain reliever, it is a great ally for those seeking to soften the rough edges of Saturn's impact. So if you have a lot of harsh Saturn placements like I do, this herb could be helpful. And psychotropic properties belong to the realms of Neptune and therefore Pisces. Guidance. Saturn is said to, well, first of all, I don't like, anyway, it's fine, whatever. Guidance. Saturn is said to be the Lord of time and space. I love this. And the Lord of karma. Although often called the Great Malefic, Saturn is much more than what we experience in third dimensional reality. The space-time continuum is a system that encompasses third dimensional reality as we know it. It's said to be ruled by Saturn, yet the transcendence of this reality is freedom from Saturn, depicted by its polarity, Neptune. When the angels of time and space are respected, Saturn, they bless us with freedom and the ability to transcend, Neptune. The cycles of the pain body. If you feel restless, anxious, trapped in your own body, or having trouble sleeping, cannabis is here to remind you to cultivate inner calm. Breathe deeply, go for a walk in nature, immerse yourself in meditation, take naps, creatively cultivate practices that soften the unsettled aspects of your being. Don't succumb to quick fix solutions when it comes to decompressing, as it often leads to self-neglect and disassociation. Tune in deeply into the energies of this ancient ally and learn to transcend the cycles of self-induced pain. I feel like that goes so well with the coca plant. The coca plant is also resonates to the planet Venus and the planet Uranus. So of course we had the conjunction yesterday, the cazimi yesterday with Venus. Venus is still in retrograde. She will be in retrograde until September. She goes fully direct in October, just in time for Libra season. Right? And so maybe you are carrying some heavy Venus energy, some disappointments in relationships. Who isn't? If that's you, perhaps you can begin to give those things to the earth. These things that are clogging your vision and have you in a bit of a disarray. Because this can also be like confusion when it's reversed as well. So that you can choose you. So that you can choose love. So that you can choose self-actualization. So that's what I have for you today. Let me know if it resonates, and I will see you tomorrow.